Hello student, today I came in front of you a new poem named The Wreck of the Titanic. The Wreck of the Titanic is the new poem written by Benjamin P. Keith. Benjamin P. Keith was an American poet. His famous collection of poems includes Spoons of Silver, Spoons of Tin and other poems. He has written a lot of short poems. The Wreck of the Titanic is one of his famous poems. That's about Benjamin P. Keith, who was an American, right? So what about the picture shows about that? Before that, I can ask a question to you. Have you seen the film Titanic? Very brilliant work of Cameron Diaz. I think most of them had seen that one, isn't it? It's a famous song. So Celine Dion famous song is also one of the attraction of the film. Long years back, this such a wonderful movie contributed Cameron Diaz in front of us, right? So this is a picture. This is a Titanic, this ship, largest ship, and at the same time it is a wrecking picture is there. See that wrecking? All right, very interesting, is it? All right, right. If you didn't see that one, just have to should see the film Titanic. Nowadays also is it available in YouTube too, right? It is better to see the more about Titanic. You can get more information. That means uh, historic information about Titanic you got. Then only you can incline to the poem The Wreck of the Titanic by Benjamin P. Keith. What did he say about that? There are so many stanzas here, see there, and in notes of the notes, the page number notes also you can see that. See the notes. See, this is all a name of a war. You know war? Yes. Name of war is yes. Trafalgar, Salamo, Waterloo, Lighto Brigade, Jim Bloroso. These all are name of war. It's a forged period here in earlier times. The most important time is this thing is that the appreciation of the poem, and also try to write a news report is very important. News report, how to write a news report, that's also very important in this news report. What are the things is needed for news report is here mentioned. First you write headline, the page number, yes, the page number 128 in your textbook, 128. That's how to write news report. That's a very important questions in this. How to write news reports. That's a very important question. You should have to practice this. Okay, first you want the headline, byline, paragraphs, quotes, facts and opinions, third person. Everything is very briefly explained here. You must be right. It is. I've given this news report in this. This is the question answer. Here is a too much question answer is there. The appreciation of the form also I given here. And at the same time the news report is here. That's also very important. How to write the news report is here. See that? All right. This is not the way of write the news report. You want to write in the down. This is the exact answer is that. See that? All right. So that's a very important thing. News report appreciation. It's too important thing. Right. Then you want to know about this summary of this poem. American writer Benjamin P. Keith has written this. The wreck means distraction. The word meaning wreck. That's a distraction. All right. Benjamin Peacock already said an American poet. His two famous books, Spoons of Silver Spoons and other poems. But the famous one is The Wreck of the Titanic. And okay. The Titanic, it was one of the ship we can call here is a she. She, what is she in this poem is Titanic. Very important one. Just noted that she Here, Titanic is personified as woman, right? She. It started from Southampton, the place called Southampton. It's a voyage. Start from Southampton. Okay, the ship start from Southampton. It was built, what is that, by iron and steel, and it is compared. This ship is compared as a poem. It's a dream of sea. That's most important. So many people are waiting for the departure of the ship, and also they have to bless the ship because it was a very proud one and also a big one, a richest ship, luxurious ship. Everything is in the ship. Have you ever traveled in ship? Even football court, volleyball court, bar, restaurant, or snooker rooms, billiards rooms, or everything, dance room, everything is inside the ships. It's a miracle. Just after you have to see in a luxury cruise ship, you can see that what a wonder of that one. What was it said? It's just like a wonder. It's just like a heaven. Swimming pool, everything inside. It's such a big one. Such a kinds of ship is the Titanic. The name of the ship is Titanic. Here, it started from Southampton. It was made by iron and steel, and it is proud of what the sea, and it's a dream of the sea also. Then too much people are waiting and they want to see the departure of the Titanic. They are assembled together in the port and they bless the ship. It was the first voyage of Titanic. Okay. So this is says here. Out of the Southampton, she is sung with a stem, a poem of iron and steel. That means the ship is compared as poem and it is made by iron and steel. It's a sea dream. The ship is a sea dream. And thousands of the shore means the port, watched her. Her means here ship, Titanic, steaming away. That means running away, voyage. The largest ship and greatest, that means grandest, richest of all ship that day. So such kinds of wonderful richest ship was Titanic. It started from Southampton. Already studied. It was made by steam and iron. It is compared. It was solidified is an poem, and it was a dream of a sea, proud of the sea. Already says, and thousands of people are awaiting the departure of what our heroine. Yes, Titanic. All right, then second line. And the thousands on board. Board mean inside the ship. Okay. Did security feel? Yeah, security feel. For to I saw death as he stood at the wheel, directing her course to the enclosed shore. Her first and the last heaven on nevermore. So the ship last and first journey. That's one of the greatest things we have to note at the point is here. What was that? The first journey of Titanic, and at the same time it was the last journey of the Titanic. So it is a tragedy, is it? It's a great sorrow for us or every people who are love Titanic. It's the first and largest, first and last. It is never comes the other seashore. Okay, then what is this line says second stanza? And thousands of board. That means say the ship, they have felt that they are secure, they are secure, they are okay. There is no such kinds of a threat. There is no such kinds of warning. They didn't get such kinds of. They didn't. They not believe that whether this is my, this is the last journey, the voyage. They never believed that. The people who are staying in the ship, they thought that they are very secure. They never four guys so that they never saw the eyes of death. We already say that the death is behind us every time. They never believe that death is very close to them, these passengers. The captain of the ship is where he should control the wheel. Just here, as he stood at the wheel, he means a captain of the ship. He means here captain of the ship is a very good control in the wheel. Then what happened? The ship directing, as captain is directing, control the ship. But this is a last and the final, first and the last voyage of the ship. That is this here is the course of this enclosed shore. Her means here Titanic, first and last heavens of nevermore. This is the first and the last trip of the ship. Even the captain control and people of these passengers were thought that they are very secure or control. They are okay, but they never saw the eyes of death is behind there. The death eyes is everywhere in here and there. We should have very careful about that. So that's a very important thing you should have to remember. Here is that. Alright, this next stanza, we want to continue next stanza. See there. Okay. That's the thing says that. Alright, the next stanza. That's a very important thing, capture. Stanza comes into okay, the third one. She was the last beast work of men. It's one of the greatest contribution, the manufactured by man. That's one of the great contribution of man. That means she was spreading in her first voyage when suddenly the ghosty, that means ghosty means such kinds of big gigantic white form appear in the utter darkness of the night. During at night time, what happened, there was a big gigantic white iceberg, ice wall, white form here ice wall. It's a ghostly, it's just like a ghost, it's just like a gigantic one suddenly appear utter darkness of the night because of its dark and it's I think it's very suddenly appears. That's why it was uncontrollable and the ship is now wrecked. So the thing is very near. Things is very important. Things is that see that one very important one. She was the last. She means here the Titanic was the last best work for man. Produced work means here produced by man because of such kinds of beautiful, brilliant, handsome work of man. Such kinds of luxurious one. And her first voyage, her means here ship Titanic first voyage was speeding. Speeding means it is moving very smoothly and very speedily to do going. When out of the darkness, suddenly in darkness, what happened? Out of the night, during the time of night, loom ran ominous. Ominous means just like a bad thing, shagunam. Ominous. That's ominous means bad circumstances from a ghostly white. What is ghostly white here? Big ice wall, big iceberg. Suddenly appears out of the night in front of the Titanic. That is here ominous. All right. Then what happened? That comes to be as a gigantic that is called snow mountain or iceberg, snow mountain. And such kinds of snow wall is never seen in Atlantic Ocean. The ship is very strongly hit on this iceberg, ice wall, snow mountain. Due to that strong hit, the passengers has duty of saving the passenger. Country should do their duty to that means save the passenger. What was this? So it is hit very suddenly. All right. Then what happened? Definitely will get a wreck. That means ship is now shivering, and then it is broken. After it is sunk in deep into the sea, then people understood, the passengers understood that they are going to die. The ship is now dipping into the water, sea water at night. That was happened in there. Very important thing you must be know that. So that's a very important thing you should have to know, right? So now our ship is hit, isn't it? Yes. See that textbook, the stanza. All right, it was a towering mountain of ice, Titanic, as it was. That means T was, hear me, it was. The Old English T was. That means it was. As ever was seen to the North Atlantic. Yes, she is stuck. Stuck means it's a destruction. When the shiver, okay, from stem to stem. That means stem to stem means from bottom to top or top from bottom, and was rapidly sinking. Yes, all soon did they learn. All soon did they learn mean the passengers now understood they are going to die, or the ship is sunk deep blue sea at night. Then what happened next? Then here is Captain Smith. He comes. He is Smith, captain of the ship. A commanding voice. He's a brave person. It's a character sketch of our Captain Smith. Brave person. Thought not one moment. He's thinking his own life to save. He don't think about to save his own life, but stood on the bridge, calling out of the crew members, remember your country, be British, be true. We are British people, we should have to be proud of as a British, so we should have to save others' life, especially first to save the kids and women, then man. Don't himself save. So because we want to face our country braveness. This here says Captain Smith is the captain of the ship and is a commander. He is a brave. He never thought or think about this life. He stood at the bridge of the ship and said to the crew members, we are British people, so we should be proud of British. We should have to save the life of the passengers. So that's the order of Captain Smith. All right, then next answer. And England, Ireland, and Scotland, and Wales. These are the countries very near to England. England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. These are the neighboring countries. Wales. Wales is a very famous country because of the Gareth Bale, one of the football player, former Real Madrid player, staying in Wales. Proved there to be the world their valor. Valor means courage, never fails. The women and children first was their cry. That means the crew members and the captain said that first to save women and children, and everyone of the crew stood by. Okay, so this is the things here is a England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, because these country people are very proud of their courage. They should prove the courage of this countryman. Okay, we want to save first women and children and to serve them into a lifeboat. They cried loudly. That means they said loudly, the crew members and everyone said loudly first to prefer for women and children put into a lifeboat. Everyone is the old workers are very interestingly to stood in front of this, and they carry their duty very fantastically, very heroically to save the life of others. And the next stanza, and the boats was lowered and sent away, the cut off for hope, save eternity, and the Titanic sank from straight near the sea, while her band played near my God to thee. So he has said that lifeboat is now working. They save the life of women and children. They have put them in a very safe place. The crew members can't escape or save their life because there is no opportunity. Then the Titanic is now deep into the sea. But still, the song of this, the band produced the song in the inside the ship. The title of the song is that, God, what is that? Oh God, we are near to you. We are coming near to you. We are coming, because they know that everyone is going to die. Still, this band is now playing while the ship is now reaching the bottom of the sea. All right, then eighth stanza. Eighth stanza says about the elements. All right. Was there ever sense of harmful grant, as that sinking deep ship with her playing band, all glory of Smith and the Titanic man, they bring Trafalgar heroes to memory. See, it says about that is one of the great scene. What is that? The crew members has saved the life of women and children, and also at the same time they couldn't save their life. Titanic also come to deep into the bottom of the sea. The band is playing their song. That is a proud scene. That's the greatest scene here mentioned. That is a great scene, ever a scene so harmful grand. Because what's the grandful scene here? The crew members are trying to save the life of the women and children, but they couldn't save their life. And at the same time, while the ship is now going deep into the sea, touching the bottom of the sea, that time also the band is playing the name of a song is that, oh my God, we are coming near to you. That was a fantastic scene, awfully grand. As that sinking ship with her playing band, the band is still playing, the music is still continuing. All glory of Smith and the Titanic man. We can say that it is a very different scene. So the credit is fully goes to Captain Smith and the crew members of the ship. It is a show once again the Trafalgar soldiers to remember. Once again to remember the Trafalgar soldiers. Trafalgar is a war. Here is a page number 126. You can see the Trafalgar. It was a war fought between whom and whom. It was in the war in 1805. Okay, just like a soldier of Trafalgar, the crew members and Smith is very proud of this one. Always the next paragraph. And the hurt of thrilling tale of the Alamo, and the last grand charge at Waterloo, and the charge of Light Brigade as well, and Jim will also act on the parallel Billy. So we had too much war. Name is here mentioned here. Alamo, Waterloo, Brigade, Buloso. So these are all war name Don't think and confusion. This is a war name for earlier years. Okay, this is the activity of the ship, activity of the crew members, activity of this Captain Smith is heroic, just like a war heroes, just like a war hero of Salamos, just like a war heroes of Trafalgar, just like a war heroes of Lighter Brigade, just like a war hero of Waterloo, just like a war hero of Jimble also. So remember such kinds of incidents. All right. The next paragraph, I think in the last stanza, not paragraph, stanza, sorry. So it is a, what is it? Alamo is a, what is it? It's a dangerous war. This is a Texian, Texian soldiers defeated Mexican soldiers. That is the Alamo's war. Okay, then Light Brigade also very important. The fought between British soldiers and Russian soldiers. Then Jim Bolderso is another adventurous wars. It's the sea, the sea, Mississippi. It's a sunken uh, Perry Bell. That's the name of a boat. Perry Bell is the name of the boat. Oh, that's the name of a person. Perry Bell is the name of boat, and then that there is an engineer. They saved that engineer saved the life of the boat. That is one of the thing heroic deeds have also said it. All right, the next last one is stanza 10. And with this dawn of these corridors of old time, the Titanic story shall sound submarine. For never was courage more noble and true than the shown on the night by the Titanic crew. It was an adventurous incident. Similarly, it also shows about the crew members and pilots' courage and dare and willingness and their manners. That's every way remembering everyone. That is here's the meaning of the last words. Even though it is a great distraction, catastrophe, but the crew members and the ship captains' manners and dare is every time remember. It is eternal. Everyone is still remember the manners and the dareness or adventurous work of the heroes of the crew members and the captain. That's the last ending of this poem. All right, so let us, we have to remember some of these things. Is the newspaper report is very important. The question answer also very important. I told, why was the Titanic called the poem of iron and steel? Titanic was called the poem of iron and steel because it's a beautiful as a poem. What was the feeling of the people on the board when they started journey? When they started journey, the people on the board felt that they was very safe and did not ever think any for danger. Then, what was the ominous from this, louder from this darkness? That is just like a ghostly iceberg. Darkness is a huge iceberg, but would correlate with the Titanic and break it. Why was Captain Smith's command? Captain Smith said that is a very heroic, he is a very dare, adventurous person. He saw the ship is sinking. He did not even thinking about his life and his crew members' life. He stood on bridge and said that to save the maximum kids and women first preferred. Right? All right, the next question is there. Okay, what were the bandmans doing? The bandman is still singing. The band was playing Amen. Nearer my God to thee. Thee means all English. That means thee means you. We are coming near to you. That's about meaning, right? Last stanza's meaning is there. Why would the story of the Titanic be remembered always? The story of Titanic would be remembered always because it was the first great tragedy of the kind that ever occurred in the history of the world. A second reason is the sacrifice one sailor made by offering his place to another and accepting death voluntarily, which will be remembered forever. There is no sacrifice greater than giving up one's own life for others' friend. True, isn't it? Okay, what was the meaning of harmfully grand scene? Harmfully grand scene. According to the poet, the harmfully grand scene was courage shown by the crew members and captain. One of them could have saved his life, but they offered the place to his friends' willingness to accept a death. It was indeed harmfully grand. All right, that's also fine. Next. Who got the top priority to the rescue from the sinking Titanic? That means women and children. Women and children got the priority to the rescue from the sinking Titanic. And here is appreciation is there. See the appreciation of the poem. And at the same time, news report that is very important is there. See the how to write a news report. Answer is there. Not that column. That column is not the answer. Column line is not answer. That's a model. Okay. The down that is a correct answer. Titanic sinking 1,500 people are for dead. Southampton 15th April 1922. That is a byline. Titanic sinking that is a headline. Headline should be very bold. You can blacken that headline. Then is the report is paragraph wise. So that is the thing as to use. All right. So appreciation and news report is very important. Maybe it will come live report. So you should have to write just like a live information, live description. You describe live way. All right. That is the things you should have to remember. Sometimes ask the question about characteristics of Captain Smith. This is Captain Smith. Before chapter, there is a Captain Humble. Don't forget about it. Don't mistaken. Should be very careful about that. All right. So far, we have to complete so many chapters, isn't it? How many chapters? His first flight, I will fly. Cost for theory of everything. If and then Gandhi came. The price of flowers. Death the Lavala. Sunrise on the hills. The trip of Lahore. The sacred trees of Kanda. Disaster and disaster management in India. The Srang of Rana Ganji, the wreck of the Titanic. So far, 13 or 14 chapter we already closed. And we remaining 6 chapter is remaining. Okay, so you should have to write perfectly in your notebook. Examination is very near to you. You should have to study that one nicely. Write the note properly. What I said, that one only you have to write, because the importance only I will give you. So you should be please write that one carefully. So you must be, if you want more information, you have to get from your YouTube the history of Titanic. You can get more ideas about the Titanic and the manufacture of Titanic. Also, you can see in YouTube. What is the speciality of Titanic? You can see. Then about the film also, history also, you can understand something from your net. Okay, that's a very important. The appreciation and the characteristics of our Captain Smith. And at the same time, news report is very important. News report, how to write a news report of. Suppose you are a journalist, you want to report the Titanic wreck. So what is your heading? What's your place? Where did you report? Byline is that one. And quoting, paragraph, conclusion, everything you must be right. It's just like a newspaper. That's the newspaper reports. The heading should be dark and and it should be very catchy and it should be very noticed one. So that's why you should be very careful about the heading. Here is the heading is given. What is the Titanic? Here is the already read it. I already read it. Is it? That means yes, yes, you said it. Yes, here is the heading is there. What is it? 1,500 people dead. Okay, that's the heading. And the byline is Southampton, 15th April 1902. That's a news report is there. And appreciation. That's two are very important to this chapter. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. See you next time.